Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 2. This one's going to be a little bit different because I'm actually not recording it live. I'm actually doing a post-production commentary, as you may or may not be able to, hopefully, maybe not, eventually find out. But yeah, this one's going to be a little bit different because the way I was recording, there was a lot of sound in the background, so I just had to scrap the original audio. But I did know what I was saying. So right now I'm trying to get some sugar so I can get some cake so I can go to the end. If you don't know, in this game, or in this mod pack in particular, there is an item called the end cake, which allows you to go to the end, which is very, very cool. I think it's one of the only ways, if I'm not mistaken, to get to the end, unless you build a end portal frame, which you can do, but it's a little more expensive, and I don't have the proper blocks or things to do, or materials to make it. So I made up a little bit of a sugarcane farm in my little farming district, as you know, all things are. I tried making a regular one, just planting down the thing on sand. It grows way too slowly for what I'm trying to do. Plus, you know, I don't like editing, in the sense that I remove some of the things that you get to see. So yeah, I actually did do a clip earlier, but it took forever because I didn't really know what I was doing with this ender cake. So it turns out you actually have to place it down and then fill in the rest of it. You only get one slice when you start it off. You have to fill in the rest of it with Eyes of Ender, and for some reason I thought, you know, since it being a cake, you had to actually be hungry to eat it. No, I was just being dumb. You have to actually fill it in with Eyes of Ender, and I believe it's like 8 or something. I'm not really 100% sure on it, but you could probably see in the video. So right now I'm in the nether, trying to just get hungry. Vein mining is a pretty easy way to do it in the game. So I took off my helmet that gives me free hunger, and just started wailing away at some blocks. So another reason why I'm doing this post-production or post-commentary like voiceover is because for some reason my brain just doesn't know how to do things like multitask. I have a very hard time talking about certain things while also controlling a keyboard while playing a game. So it's a lot for my brain to process, so I can't really think about things to say besides, you know, just talking about the game. So yeah. I'm doing this completely wrong, by the way, because I don't know how to play this game at all. So at this point, I still don't know that you need to actually fill in the rest of it with Eyes of Ender. So I'm just trying to get more cakes because I messed up, I think. Maybe I thought you had to like make more cakes and filled it in, but like that's not how you do it. And while I struggle at my life in this game, I just want to, you know, talk about life for a second, get things, you know, situated, so you get to know who I am a little bit better. Right now I'm currently 18, living at home with my parents. I know, very, very scary. I'm a gamer living with my parents at 18. And yeah, I like to run for fun. The most I've ever run was a marathon. I've actually wanted to do a 50K for a while, but the one attempt that I did at it didn't end up very well. I only got 20 miles in, and like 15 of those miles were in very much pain. I was dreading it. I don't know why, but I decided to go for a 50K attempt. 50K is like 34 miles, I think, 34.4 miles. So I tried to do this attempt a week after I did a regular marathon, and that's when a marathon that I PR'd in. So as you can see here, I'm actually trying to fill in the rest of the cake with the ender cake. It's not going so well, but yeah, during my 50K attempt, I was doing good for the first like 10 miles. Then everything went to crap, and my knees and legs, my shins especially, started hurting. And yeah, I only made it 20 miles in, which is very, you know, to the average viewer or average person, really amazing, but to me, it's just another run. I like doing long runs, so it clears the brain, gets me stress free. I've actually never been stressed. Actually, maybe I have a few times in my life. Like, it's very low though. Like, I really rarely have stress. Also, if you hear anything in the background, it's probably my dog. I can never get a silent moment in my life because dog is in my room, parents probably downstairs watching TV. Brother's really loud, playing video games with his friends, other things, I don't know, dogs barking, neighbors barking. Why would neighbors bark? I don't know. But so this is as quiet as it'll ever get in my house, so hopefully it's not too bothersome. Hopefully she doesn't make too much noise. She's right now sleeping in her crate, or attempting to sleep, I guess, rustling around. Yeah. The main reason why I enjoy running is because, as I think I said earlier, it actually, like, it's an escape for me. Like, you know, some people do drugs, some people do alcohol, other things. I like to run, as my, de-stressor, relieve. Yeah, it relieves like a lot of pain, mental pain, sometimes physical pain. I don't know why. Just running makes everything better. Like I said, farthest run is a marathon. I really I want to go for 50 miles, but I don't have the time or energy because I'm in track right now, so I have to train for the 1 mile race and 2 mile race is what I'm good at right now. It's just what the coach puts me in. I really don't like him though, but don't tell him I said that. He's not a very good guy. Well, the actual coach. The sub coach is actually amazing. He's great. He's the one who makes the workouts and stuff. Yeah. So at this point in the recording, I decided to speed it up just so that you don't have to bear through my stupidity. I went back to the Aether because there are certain cows there. They're golden apple cows or something like that. Something extraordinary. But there's cows there, and they give me milk if I milk them because, that's how life works. If you milk a cow, you may or may not get milk from it. And then I go back to the sugarcane farm. Very loosely termed sugarcane farm. It's just 3 plants that I can grow very, very quickly, might I add. This game actually, I keep saying game, but it's the mod pack that makes things very speedy for automation. If you didn't notice also in the background, I did increase our QED, so now we are making those green chipsets a lot faster. And then that's heading into another chip generator thing where the inscribers are making fancy electronical things that increase our storage capacity. As you can see, maybe if the time lapse isn't going too fast, we now have a lot more storage, so we can basically put in nearly infinite items, only up to like 700,000 or whatever, but we can put in a lot. And I finally got the ender cakes to work, so we're in the end. It only took how many episodes? 10. I could have done this a lot sooner probably, but I would not have been prepared for the ender fight, the ender dragon fight. And I have to keep continuously pausing my recordings because I'm sick currently. As of I think a day ago, the Wednesday of this week, I think, I actually ran a race. I ran a sub 5 mile, which is the first one I've ever run, but the clock on when I finished the race said like 5:03 or something, 5:04. And I don't agree with that because I ran, my watch said I ran 5:56 or a 5:56 pace, which is incredibly fast for me currently. It's my fastest I've ever run. And it said it was like a 1.02 miles, which I guess it makes sense because my first 100 meters was spent trying to get into first place. I was in lane 2, so that adds an extra certain amount of distance. And then I also had to pass people. So I had to go into lane 2 again to pass them for a short while. So I guess all that combined made it an extra 0.2 miles longer. So technically, by technicalities, I did run a sub 5 mile, which I am extremely happy for. But because, the race doesn't take into account passing people and going into lane 2 to her slightly extra distance, it doesn't really take into account that. So it doesn't really matter. The official time was like 5:04, 5:03, but my time was sub 5, and I am extremely happy for that. Also, it was extremely windy as of that day that I ran, so that was fun. I think it was maybe 15 mile per hour winds. I'm not really sure, but it was very terrible. The start was very, very painful. Also, as you can see here, I'm just trying to destroy the pillars. Not very exciting, but I am taking a lot of damage. Also using these blue diamond apples to recover as much health as I can. I also get strength, I think. But the dragon here isn't very strong as I thought it would be. It's kind of strong. It does give me mild, I don't know, what's the word I'm thinking of? Challenge, I guess. As you can see, knock me around, but it doesn't take too much off my hearts. I also made more heart canisters, so that's good. Also, as you can see here, I'm just trying to chase the dragon. And as a result of my race, I ran the 1 mile, 1600. If you don't know, it's 4 laps around a track, and then 3200, which is 8 laps around a track. As fun as that is, it's really not fun. I hate it, but gotta do one, gotta pull one for the team, take one for the team. I came in 4th or something for my team. I'm not sure, but I got an 11:09 for my 3200, which is 8 laps around the track, 2 miles, or equivalent to 2 miles. And after that, I was completely dead. Now, after the mile, I was completely dead. And then, I think it was, how long was that? So, mile was at 3 something, time-wise, and then the 3200 was at about 5-ish or something. So, I had a very, how would I say it? a mediocre rest between events. So about like an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes between each event. So I didn't have very much time to rest. Plus, the wind didn't help when going at extreme speeds. Well, yeah, because it gets in your throat and then you basically can't breathe. Also, killed the Ender Dragon. Freaking awesome. And yeah, so that's a personal achievement of mine. I've actually, I played this mod pack before on my own free time, and I don't think I've ever gotten this far, so new record for me. Go me. So that's cool. I believe there was a old previous mod pack that I did record, the Project Ozone 2, the OG Let's Play, where things went awry. Oh, what happened? Okay, yeah. Lots of lag spikes. That's why the game's in windowed mode with little bars in the top and the bottom. That's just so the recording doesn't mess up, and so that I can hopefully record in a smooth 30 to 60 FPS, 1920 with, you know, average bitrate. But yeah, back to the race talk. Due to the nature of the first race, I was going incredibly fast, and the competition was fast as well. I went against like a rival high school, and I did good, I guess. And I keep cutting the audio because I'm pretty sure I did get sick during that race, or after the race, the results. Because of the wind, it was actually really cold after my 3200. I was blanked out, like, I was just running and I didn't think of anything except for like doing 8 laps. I just had to go I was going at like a 5:30 pace, which is pretty fast, like about 30 seconds below my mile time per 2 miles. So yeah, I had all my friends there cheering for me, parents were there cheering for me, everything was good. And then I got sick, so yeah, I also lost my voice last night, was it? I'm trying to think. The night of the race I lost my voice because I was cheering so hard, so that was fun. Tried to sing in the shower, sounded abysmal. I would not ever wish that upon my enemies, to hear what I sound like singing. It's very trash. Also, you can see I actually did get some fancy looking stuff from the Ender Dragon. I got some draconium, I think it's draconic or draconium bars, or some weird powder thing. You melt that down, you get some draconium bars, and you can turn that into seeds, which I'm going to do so I can farm the draconium much easier than having to kill the Ender Dragon several times. And yeah, due to the race, I got sick, like I just mentioned a few seconds ago, and that's why I didn't want to record it, like do this recording live with my video or my commentary in sync with what I'm actually doing and saying, because I would have been a train wreck. I would have been coughing and sneezing. So this way I can actually just separate the video from the audio, you know what I mean? So if I ever need to pause and just do whatever I need to do. Oh look, there's the Ender Dragon that I accidentally made disappear. Apparently it just goes into the overworld. I had no idea at the time. I thought I lost it forever, and I think I actually did lose it forever because I teleported it and I don't know where it went. It could be in the mob farm, but I'm not sure. And the reason I do this kind of like voiceover thing, this episode particularly, because I haven't done this ever before, I don't think. Maybe I have in a previous video. I'm just not recalling it, but I do this because it's a lot easier on me. I don't have to like play the game. Well, I do have to play the game, just I do it on my own time where I can think about anything I want, listen to music while doing it, not have to concentrate about saying things that are probably racial, controversial, or anything else. Don't ask why I said that. It's not important. But yeah, the way this works, it's good for me. I can make hand signs. I don't know why, but whenever people aren't holding something and they're talking, they most likely have to, they don't have to, but like their brain goes to hand signs, like, you know, Naruto or something. Not actual hand signs like ninjutsu, but their hands just move around like mine are right now. Even though I know you can't see them, but you could probably imagine me just doing fireball jutsus and stuff, something like that. And originally I was actually going to record this audio in my closet. Don't ask why. Actually, I'll tell you why. Because there's a lot of noise cancelling items in there, such as pants or t-shirts or pillows or blankets. And out here in the real world, where it's not in my closet, there are a lot of noises that, you know, could be distracting, such as my dog or my computer fan or me. And also, as a quick side note, I just ran downstairs and grabbed something and then ran back upstairs, and that caused me to get out of breath really quickly, which doesn't really make sense considering my athletic abilities. Also, right now I think I'm making the draconic seeds, if I'm not mistaken. I should have the proper materials. So all you need is like 4 draconic Zavisio blocks, which are very, they're not hard to get, they're just very time consuming. And yeah. Another thing I've been doing in the background is making the demon steel. So that requires Temperio, which requires 4 Zivisio. So that's another long process. So I think one of the quests is to get a Demon Steel of the 11th magnitude, which requires, I want to say 3 to the 11th power, maybe? I'm not sure how it works, but each require 3, so you have to go 3, then 6, then 27, I think? I'm not sure, it's a long process. But yeah, back to the thing where I can't talk while playing video games at the same time. It's also, like, it's very weird, my mind doesn't know how to do anything properly. I just blank out and just, like, start staring at the wall. It's very confusing. I'm not good at talking to people in general, or, you know, being socially acceptable, if you will. I really don't have a filter when it comes to talking to people. I'll just straight up say what I feel about them or whatever they're talking about. Like, hey, I really do not care about what you're talking about. So, yeah, this is actually a really newish kind of style for video that I'm making, where I just talk and rant about whatever I want. I made an video ranting about Elgato. I don't know why. It just felt like it wasn't necessary at all. I was like, I just wanted to do it. Just explaining why you shouldn't get Elgato because it's overpriced and OBS is free and you can pretty much do the same thing. But I guess Elgato you can use it on consoles, but there's probably better, cheaper options, I think, but I haven't looked into it because I don't have any consoles. I'm a broke boy using a PC. I spent all my money on my PC. That was fun. Great investment. But I guess if you have a PC, you can pretty much get any game you want within quote-unquote legal terms. I'm not going to say anything else about that. But yeah, you can get pretty much any game you want, from a GTA to Pokemon to Terraria, Minecraft, etc., Diablo, any other game, Fortnite, you know, Apex Legends, any other game that has a popular quote-unquote like community, you can pretty much get it. Especially with Steam. Steam is free, so that's cool. You don't have to pay for a subscription like you do on Xbox or PlayStation, so that's cool. And that brings me on to the next topic that I want to talk about. It actually has to do with YouTube. As you know, OBS is mainly a like a recording / streaming setup, or I guess program used for either streaming or uploading videos to YouTube or wherever you want to upload them to. So you can just record your screen, and I do YouTube is mainly just for fun. Obviously, I'm not making any money right now, but I did, and before they changed their monetization policies and stuff, I did actually make money. I think I have like $80 or something. So that over the course of like however many years, like 5 years, I've made $80. Woo, go me, making those big dollars, making those big figures. But yeah, I don't do YouTube for money. If I did, I'd probably make a lot more better content. But you know, you can't force good content. It comes naturally. Well, maybe, unless you just keep following trends, but I don't like doing that because then it's not the real me. It would just be an artificial me just trying to get views. But yeah, I've actually done that a few times. I can't think of anyone on the top of my head, but I think I have. I have followed trends, you know, update comes out for video game, video comes out, hey, new glitch in game, etc., etc., a new farm in game, probably Minecraft related. Actually, I remember that. It's the kelp video and stuff on my channel that has like over, I think, 10,000 views. And then I also do some glitch videos that get popular, like the Terraria one with the dirt. People seem to like not realize that it's fake. And I don't know if their comments are real or not, but they're like, hey, I really hate you, you're really dumb, and you should go burn in a fire. So that's cool. It doesn't faze me at all. It actually makes me kind of laugh. Maybe that's a little weird. But yeah, that's another thing. And yeah, when I go to sleep, I think I've already mentioned this like 200 million times in one of my videos before. Maybe in this video, I'm not sure. But I drift off and I get the best ideas for things to talk about, and I can't be bothered to write them down. So I just hope I remember them the next morning, and then I'll write them down when I'm awake. But I do have one. It's about pet peeves, and the very, very many that I have. I only have like a few actually, and I might talk about them later on. I don't know. But yeah, that's probably one of my pet peeves. I don't write the great ideas I have down, or the ideas I have down in general, because like I get my ideas when I'm drifting off to sleep and when I'm in the shower. It's actually very common, I guess, for a lot of people, but the shower one. I'm not sure about the drifting off to sleep, but yeah. Whenever I'm singing in the shower, like a, you know, perfectly normal person does, who doesn't sing in the shower, I don't know a person who doesn't. Maybe my dog. She doesn't sing in the shower when I give her a bath or showers. But yeah. Yeah, pet peeves, they're pretty cool. I have very few. I think the most bothering one is when people, like, if I'm walking down a hallway, like at my school, and people walk slow where they're just literally covering the entire hallway talking to their friends. Like, why are you walking slowly? And why do you have to cover the entire hallway? It's like a 10-foot hallway. Okay, maybe not 10 feet, but like 8 feet hallway, 8 feet wide, by, you know, however many long. Well, I don't understand why they do that. It bothers me so much. Another one I have is that, okay, so let's say you're doing something and you just sit down and then someone, let's say mainly your parents or someone, calls you up and says, hey, do this chore that I could have done so easily, but I'm making you do it because reasons. Like, hey, take out the trash. Like, why couldn't you have just done that? Huh? And then so I take it out and then go back upstairs, they call you down, and then they leave for whatever reason. I don't know why, but my parents have a tendency to call me down and then just leave and not explain themselves. So that's cool. Can't think of any other ones that I have. Probably just maybe when I'm recording the noises. Like, okay, parents, can you not listen to the TV at 200% volume? Because it's not helping me or you. Your ears are probably going to go die or something. Ears, that's not how ears work. Probably going to go deaf. Yeah, that's how they work. Yeah, ears go, they don't die. Ears don't die unless they're made of mechanical parts, but that's not the point. So, yeah. Also, as you can see, I've successfully integrated the draconic plants into my farm right next to the wither skeleton seeds, which are growing wither essence, which will be useful for making wither skeleton skulls, so I don't have to keep going to the nether and farming those, because they rarely spawn, and it's not very fun for me to grind them out. I actually made it like a little bit of a room. I mined out a bunch of netherrack and nether brick to make a large room, so hopefully more would spawn, but I don't think I achieved the right effect, so yeah. Fortunately enough, this stuff is actually pretty cool. These plants here, you can pretty much grind out. I need to stop saying that. You can pretty much just farm any material you want in abundance, as long as you have the power and, you know, materials to use the harvester and stuff. So you can do netherrack, gold, diamond, emerald, nether stars even if you're brave enough. But I think the nether stars actually require awoken draconium to you need like that underneath your soil in order for it to grow properly, which is pretty interesting. I want to do that, but I actually don't know how to get awoken draconium, so I'll have to figure that out, probably look up on a wiki somewhere. But yeah, once you actually get all the plants into their designated farming areas, they eventually do start growing pretty fast, and then I just leave my computer on overnight. And speaking of that, I've actually haven't turned off my computer in like 4 to 5 days, and I probably should, maybe. I don't know the risks or like terrible things that can happen if you don't turn off your PC for several days at a time. But yeah, I haven't turned off Minecraft in several days. I've just kept it running overnight while I sleep, which probably isn't good for the game and or my computer, but I don't care because I think like an in-game time of about 8 days or something like that. But yeah. So the harvester will allow me to get the essence, and then the essence will go into a bulk storage system, as you might have just seen right there. It'll be transported into an ender chest, and then that'll be transferred into them drawers. And then I can extract those and turn them into the draconic bars if I ever get enough of them, which I think I will. I'll just leave my computer running overnight again. Haven't turned off my computer in quite a long time. Haven't turned off Minecraft in quite a long time. And it's probably not healthy. So yeah. And I think I mentioned this in a previous video or a previous episode of this series, but my questing, like all my quests got reset for some reason because I decided to buy the game, buy Minecraft. So the player data didn't really save, so you gotta redo some quests, and yeah. So I'm just looking through the quest book right now, seeing if I can find anything useful or get any more rewards. This one I could have done if I actually, you know, decided to fight the boss in the labyrinth, which I couldn't because my pickaxe apparently wasn't strong enough. So that's cool. So I have to just do some other things, like this quest right here, which requires us to go to the Aether biome and find the various clouds that roam around the world. They don't actually roam; they just kind of sit there stationary. They give off different effects depending on what they are, but they're pretty cool actually. So yeah, I have to find I believe the purple one. I'm not actually sure what colors I have to find. It's been such a long time since the recording. I have to find these ones right here, the golden ones, and they push you down apparently. So that's cool. So it's really hard to mine. The green ones I do believe, no, the blue ones push you up. So if you go in them, you go flying. So that's good. There's one cloud complete. We have to find the purple ones, and then we have to find the storm ones. So those are actually a little harder to find. They're probably a little rarer if I were to say, but I'm not 100% because I'm not very good with mods. This is like my only experience that I had with mods, except for a few I did. A while ago I did I did a separate playthrough on my own, not recording it. But I did it, and I just had a few mods installed, such as, Vein Miner, Tinker's Tools, Tinker's Construct, some of the simpler ones. But yeah, look, we got some clouds going here. Awesome. Oh, I lost that one. What a shame. Everything's sad now. I don't know what the storm cloud does. Apparently it doesn't have an effect. Maybe it makes you cry on the inside. I don't know. And for those who are still watching, here's another time lapse. I don't know why, but I find these super satisfying to watch. I actually wanted to do a speedrun of Skyblock, like Minecraft Skyblock vanilla, and maybe make it a time lapse, but I don't know how that would be because I don't really have much time. And yeah, on to the next quest. This one's actually pretty interesting. It's a dimensional quest, which means we pretty much are setting up for another dimension. I believe it's called the bug dimension, and I actually struggle a lot on this quest because I either don't know how to read or just don't understand how to make the portal. So all you need to do is pretty much build another portal out of stone bricks, place leaves in there, and then place the portal activation block in front of it, and then that's pretty much it. But for some reason I couldn't get that across in my brain. I don't think the quest book actually tells you directly that you need to use stone bricks, but I guess it must be inferred by the quest items needed, such as stone bricks. So yeah, first thing to do is grab some saplings. Not saplings, we actually need oak leaves, and then that will help us because we need to put the leaves inside the portal frame and then light it up. So a few steps later and I'm here. So all I had to do is make an offering altar, and place, I believe it was an emerald, a diamond, and a piece of obsidian into there, and that gave me some fancy thing to make a staff. So as you can see here, we have the things, and then I just need to make the portal activation thing. I'm not sure what it's called, I forgot. But yeah, I need to make that. It requires some obsidian, some vines. I think that was obsidian. I can't read or see because my videos on my preview that I'm watching is on low quality because it saves on memory and CPU usage when I'm recording the voiceover, as you may be able to hear right now if you're still watching, which I don't think you are because no one cares about me. There's really no point for you to watch this. I don't think I add anything to your life. If anything, I take it away. Take away, time from your life. You could be watching something more entertaining. You could be watching something more useful, like a how-to video about, I don't know, how to get any item in Terraria for free using dirt. I don't know. It's just a recommendation. You could watch that one. It's pretty cool. Maybe give it a like. Maybe give this video a like. I don't know. But yeah, this quest was complete. And now I'm struggling to understand the concept of how to make a portal. I try and I try, but things never happen. Also, need leaves. Also, my sugarcane grew about time. So 2 of them grew in the time that it took me to get like 14 million of the other stuff. So I thought I had to make the portal out of leaves because bugs. Does that make sense? I don't think it does. I'm not very good at this game. Also, we got some fancy looking pipes from that loot bag. This is how you do it, right? No, it's not. So like I said earlier, you have to just use it's like another portal structure, and then you put leaves in there in the center, where the 6 blocks in the center, and then you use that fancy looking nature block right there in the center, and you activate it with your wand. So yeah, and before long I eventually figured it out. I thought I had to make more of those fancy looking orbs to make the staff, this little ball thing you see here, but that doesn't seem to be the case. In fact, I think I figured it out like right now once I just build the thing. I tried doing another idea here where I surrounded the leaves with the fancy looking block, but no, here it is. All you have to do, just like this, just watch it, it's pretty amazing. You might miss it, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And use staff. Wow, oh my gosh, I got so surprised, I got scared. It makes it. Oh my gosh, I'm a living legend. I know how to make a portal in a game. Well, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed this kind of video where I talk about life and other things that I enjoy talking about, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. There's not going to be a series in a playlist in the description down below because I'm too lazy to add one. And with that, I hope you have a great whatever day it is. Probably going to be Thursday for you. Maybe if you're watching this on the day of the upload, which you're not going to be because no one's going to watch it. And have a nice day. Tell your mom I said hi. Bye.